No.
And did you ever get any money from Meyer Lansky?
I never got money from any of those fellas.
None of those
None
fellas?
of those fellas. None of these that I've been reading about, and none that I knew. They never gave me anything.
None of the Chenets?
No. I don't even speak to it. I mean, I met that Charlie once or twice. I don't even talk to him.
You don't like him?
No.
Night Court with Joe LaNue live on X.
Also known as Duck Corella.
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made attempt to
You
criminate.
got any business?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of attempt to criminate.
You have any profession?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made
You
attempt
have
to
any
criminate.
occupation?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made attempt
Are
to
you a
criminate.
known racketeer?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made
Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Grand Jury on Friday night, my favorite show of the week, where we watch police videos and give our opinion as if we were a grand jury, as if our opinion really mattered. But that's what we do, and we enjoy it. We've got we got 3D Response represented well on the law enforcement side here tonight. We've got Jason, we've got John Cox from North Carolina, and we've got Big Ron and Fidgy on the civilian side. We've got a couple other folks I think are going to stop in here later. In fact, do we have one down here now? I believe we've got Blue Falcon 6. Blue Falcon 6 has stopped in. Welcome, Corey Brooks.
Well, thank you.
He earned himself a legendary nickname out of the military as a Blue Falcon. That is a Bravo Foxtrot, a buddy effer. This is somebody that you really can't trust. Oh, look, I've run him out already. Good. Now, I'm joking. We had a guest on the Night Court show last night that purported to be a Russian citizen that fought on the Ukraine side, and it was apparent after about 35 seconds of questioning that he had no idea what he was talking about. And I'm dropping out breadcrumbs. I'm stringing him along for the first hour because I got 2 hours to cover here, and this guy doesn't know anything, and everything he says is ridiculous. So I'm stringing him along, and I was going to let him go to about the top of the hour, and I was going to, say, hey, I don't believe in you. I'm just going to call bullshit. I had one more hand up, so I go to that hand, and that's Corey Brooks. And pure Marine style, he jumps on the table, kicks the table over, and tears the room up by screaming, I just want to call out bullshit. So you got me last night, Corey. Lost sleep over that. Can't get it out of my mind. It's all day. Anything to say for yourself?
I'm sorry that you lost sleep.
I love it.
Actions.
It was
I
epic.
apologize for my actions.
The only thing I was upset about, I had this whole thing planned out, and I'm stringing him along, on each question, as we do. And I was ready to unveil it all. And then, like I say, you're the guy that you invite to the surprise party, but you're texting the honored guest to let him know that you're in the living room going to surprise him when he walks in. So anyway, we've got some,
I guess the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah, Kool-Aid man is appropriate as well. I'm just giving you a hard time there, my friend, without a doubt. We've got we've got some longer videos, and I've kind of looked at them. I've even sped some up to a time and a half or 2 times to get through some of the audio. But I really can't cut much out of it. I think you need to see it all to make some sort of discernment. But the first one I want to go to, we don't really have enough information on this to really make a judgment on proper or justifiable use of force. In fact, I don't think anyone was actually killed in this. But let's go to New Orleans and see how they serve felony warrants on murder suspects there. This is like an appetizer. Little background: murder suspect in a standoff on a warrant service. For those of you that have never been to New Orleans, I will tell you that New Orleans is a special kind of special place.
My memories of New Orleans are very fuzzy.
You hear that snap, Jason?
No, I missed it.
You're shooting from inside the house, so you've got two distinct sounds. One is the report, and the other is the bullet snapping through that vinyl siding. Did you hear it that time?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yes.
Can we say crossfire?
No, this is New Orleans, man. Life is different down in the Big Easy.
Life is short.
See, that's only one gun firing.
This went on for a minute, didn't it?
I believe eventually this was a 7-hour standoff. We don't have 7 hours of video, but I believe it was a 7-hour standoff.
This is okay right here, man. Right here's okay. Ma'am, right here's fine.
Devin Green, the New Orleans Police Department. We need you to step outside the house. Get out! Watch your crossfire.
Watch out, Cody. Watch out.
Where the team at? We good?
We good.
Come by my door. We good? We good?
It was a 9-hour standoff, and then he surrendered. Anybody have any comments about all that?
Joe, can you go back to the what it was saying? The description?
Sure. Give me just a second to get back there.
Thank you. Okay.
I believe that probably started as a call out, and that's why we had the body cam of like Mr. Green come outside. That's a tactic if you've got someone inside and they're by themselves, essentially, or you're not worried about injuring others, but really by themselves. You can surround so they can't get out any point of entry, and you kind of hopefully they're going to capitulate because they're overwhelmed. But the call out, he answered the call out with gunfire. But what do you think on that? What do you think about it, Fidgy?
I think that was a no bill. He's firing at cops.
Yeah, I don't think there's a bill or no bill type of decision. I don't think we have enough information, and no one was injured both on the law enforcement side and the suspect side. So, man, exciting. And I thought it was an interesting video. Thing that caught my attention was how well it demonstrated the sound of the projectile and the sound of the report.
Yeah.
Interesting. What did you think about it, Jason?
Um,
It made you nervous, didn't it?
yeah, I would have not approached it that way with a homicide suspect. Was the Bearcat there the whole time?
Yes.
See, that's what I don't get. That's the cover, and they got squad cars out there in the front. I would park that. Yeah, tactically, I would have planned it completely different. That Bearcat would have been front and center in that yard. Was there a?
Yeah,
station?
I probably would have had the Bearcat up front there.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad nobody got hurt, but I would have planned a little more for that one.
Well, like I say, it's the Big Easy. If you know anything about the New Orleans Police Department, not throwing rocks, just saying they're a different kind of breed down there. They do just New Orleans and Louisiana in general just do
Oh,
they
it
do
said
things different.
Florida.
Say again?
In the description, it said Florida.
No,
Yeah, it's a township in Louisiana.
No, that was Florida Ave.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no, that you had me go in there, Pidgey. No, it's
I was
it's a
all
location in
confused.
New Orleans.
Yeah, if that was Florida, we would have definitely come in there belt fed with that.
You know what? I don't think you would have seen that response in almost any other state. I'm being honest. What Jason's saying is right. That's kind of the old West. That's some old school police work. I don't think it's really done that way anymore. That even predates my time as law enforcement. Is what we saw there.
No, there would have been the Bearcat in the front yard, windows raked, flashbangs, smoke. I mean, we would have flushed them out. That's very barbaric, and I apologize, but that's not. Yeah.
But you know, if I may, I have seen smaller agencies that don't have much of a tax base. They, being that they don't have the equipment nor funding for the training, they skim by with what they've got, and they don't do a lot of training on stuff like that. It's kind of like fly by night type things.
Well, budget has a lot to do with it. It takes a lot of money to train, but what you're looking at, the reason you see larger agencies that handle these things different, they look at their exposure. What's their liability? As far as legal fees, being sued on action, police departments and sheriff's office are constantly sued. There's always a lawsuit. So I think that's why you see a lot of that. It's not necessarily prescribed by law. In my state in particular, it's not necessarily prescribed by law, but you'll see agencies try to soften their response to try to reduce their exposure. I've heard this talk with attorneys before.
Well, a while back, stuff like that was scary, so they defunded and pulled money back.
Also,
I could probably find another 4 videos out of New Orleans where this is not unusual. This just happened.
Also, I think it has something to do with their doctrine, whether they changed it and said we got to take a softer approach. Just like you said, they probably got tired of getting sued because whether they damaged the door or let's just say it's the wrong house. I don't think that's the wrong house, not in this case. But are there cases? Is it very rare? I think there are rare cases where they go to the wrong house.
Well, I tell you what, let's talk about that subject, and then I want to get on the videos.
Okay.
We have some long videos, but I would say that if you hit the wrong house, then your agency does have some exposure. There are some requirements on a search warrant, and it's not just the address; it's a description, how it's marked, what vehicles may commonly be known there. I always included a photograph with the search warrant, especially in the ops plan. As much information I could that this is the house. So I think when officers hit the wrong location, they sped something up or they went off memory. When you go get how it's marked, you should be looking at a picture of it. So that's what I would do. My guys would go, we get pictures. How'd y'all do it, Jason? On location description.
Same way. We would we'd have pre-surveillance set up before we actually went there. We'd have a run sheet, we call it up here, where there's pictures of the house, pictures of the suspect, criminal background, layout of the house, the inside, the whole 9 yards. It's very detailed. if they hit the wrong house, they did not do their due diligence to make sure they're hitting the right house. But same thing.
Yeah, and Jason says something that's key is that we did the same thing. At least the day of, we maintain eyes on the location. I want to know who's there. I want to know what's going on. Sometimes I want to wait for somebody to be there. You know what I mean? But either way, it's I never worried about hitting the wrong house. And I think when an agency hits the wrong house, they skip a step. And I think they
Yeah.
are have some exposure to be sued.
In fact,
And should-
I think
Oh yeah.
law enforcement now will actually use a GPS, and if it's a homicide suspect, we're probably going to surveil that person for a minimum of 24 hours, and we're going to try to get them not in a position that's more favorable to law enforcement. So if we can have just pull him over, get him out of the house, get him isolated, we don't have to go in blind to a house. We have all the time in the world to arrest this guy. So slow down. Let's do it safe. Let's get him leaving the house. Let's in the narcotics world, they call it a rip, where you just bombard a guy in a car and overwhelm him with strength rather than doing what they did here.
And sometimes you get to throw a flashbang in traffic, and that's always a great time. I do like throwing flashbangs in traffic.
I've never done that, Joe.
A
What?
flashbang in traffic.
Yeah, you've been cheated in your law enforcement career because it's just something about it. You just roll a flashbang out in front of
That's
a car.
that's some
in traffic.
Texas tactics there.
Oh no,
Well,
that's
one of the only reason I brought it up, there was one instance that I know of and that was on TV where they made a big spectacle about it being in the wrong house, was in Chicago. Yeah, well, we already said the big word, Chicago, but CPD did go to the wrong house one time, and they were more mad that the lady was naked. It was an older lady. All that. So I only bring that up just because
there is occasion when you're talking search warrants. There's occasions I think in every state. Dallas had one back in the early 2000s, but there's been some. I don't know if it's case law or actually written law, but there's some very specific procedures that you need to follow. And there's some very specific language that needs to be in the search warrant as far as how your location is, just your description. It's not just address.
The only time that I was sitting there real quick and we're at the wrong house was a 3-letter agency warrant that we were assisting, and we recognized, hey, dude, we're at the wrong house here. Anyway, that's
Well,
the only time
at least they had the right pictures of the right house. You were able to discern that it was the wrong house. If you're just, let's say you're just, and sometimes this happens, guys. You get, I've got an investigation going, and I'm going to run a warrant, but so I bring in a team that's going to do that. So they're relying on me. I've got the warrant. I've got all the information. I'm the case agent, so I'm the knower of all knowledge of this. And if I tell you it's this house and you hit that house, then it's not really on the team. It's going to be on me, the signer of the affidavit. But guys, I want to get on to, we got some long videos. Let's go to Richmond, Virginia. This is a hostage, I believe. All right, this is one I'm running at time and a half, but I think all this information needs to be included.
Richmond 911, what is the address of your emergency?
It's 29. Or actually, I don't know the unit number on East Broad Street.
What's the phone number you're calling from?
Okay, so this is having like a mental health issue, and their boss called me about 40 minutes ago and said that he threatened them with a knife.
111 Bravo 5, 113 Bravo 4, 111 Bravo 5, 113 Bravo 4, 29 East Broad Street, 29 East Broad Street for the mental subject emergent. Neighbors is having a mental health issue. Males threatened co-workers with a knife. Information is still coming in. No one currently on scene has seen a knife. 111 Bravo 5, 113 Bravo 4. Response code is 1. Supervisor copy, 1924 hours. 111 Bravo 5 from 99.
113 Bravo 4 is in traffic.
107 copy. 107 copy, 1924 hours. Gonna be a white male, 30 to 40 years of age. Last seen wearing black pants, gray shirt, black baseball cap with tattoos down his arm. Name is Cal. No further.
113 Bravo 4, 1023.
Copy, 1920 hours.
I'm willing to lay a side bet those two officers checked in service from the same location were 25ing.
111 Bravo 5, 113 Bravo 4, 111 Bravo 5, 113 Bravo 4, 29 East Bar Street, 29 East Bar Street for the mental subject emergent. Neighbors is having a mental health issue. Males threatening co-workers with a knife. Information is still coming in. No one currently on scene has. Yeah, morning, yeah.
Richmond Police Department, is anyone inside? Yep. It's a Richmond Police Department. Do you mind coming to the front door with your hands?
I need you to back the fuck up. I'm armed. I got a hostage.
I can't hear
I
him.
am not fucking playing.
It's the Richmond Police Department. Whoever's inside, would you mind coming to the front door with your
I
hands?
fucking told you, get the fuck out of my house.
I said, get the fuck out of my house. It's a Richmond Police.
I don't give a fuck.
It's a Richmond Police Department, sir. Do you mind coming to the front door with your
Yes,
hands
I
visible?
fucking mind.
Should we call for another unit?
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing. Go ahead.
113 Bravo 4, can we get another available?
I need y'all to get out of the house
to our
before
location.
this person gets hurt.
Hey, sounds like he's in the back. I'm looking to clear this thing on the left real quick. I'm fine.
Yep.
We'll deploy this.
Why do you think I'm playing?
All right.
That's a big diamond on her hand to be a cop, I think.
The Richmond Police
Lose
Department.
I
sir.
have a fucking.
Do you mind coming to the front door? So we
Yes,
can talk
I
to
mind. If
someone?
you don't get the fuck out of the front door, I'm gonna hurt one of these witnesses. You need to see the light?
I guess it's them next door. Walk up front. It's the Richmond Police.
I don't give a fuck.
We just want to talk to you, sir.
I don't want to talk right now. So I need you to step the fuck out of the house before somebody gets hurt.
We just want to talk to you.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to shoot me, but I'm not done yet.
We're not trying to get to that, okay?
We're not here to hurt you,
I'm not
man.
worried
We just want to
about
talk.
what
That's
you're
all.
saying.
You
right
have
now.
concerned neighbors.
Yeah, I'm concerned too. That's what we're doing here tonight. That
You
is
just want to come up
exactly
here. We can have a
what-
nice
We're
little
gonna get all the
chat. You're not in
concerns
trouble,
out
man. We just
tonight.
want to talk.
Yeah, we're talking in a minute.
Is there a lady in here?
Yep.
Where's
I don't know
she
if you can
at?
call her that.
Where is she at?
She's just sitting down right now thinking about her choices in life.
Okay, do you mind if we talk to her then?
Oh, sure. Go ahead. Say hi.
Where's she at?
Said you sit down. Man, we'd like to talk to you at the front door if you'd be so kind.
You can't go to the front door.
Just come out with your hands up, okay?
If you tell me to fucking put my hands up, and I'll just.
You 113 Bravo 4, we're 10-4. We're not.
Oh, you let everybody else up,
You
man.
mustn't enter yet.
Tonight is.
Ma'am, if you want to come to the front door, we'd love to talk to you.
Right? Back the fuck up. Cause I.
Hope she comes to the door.
Talk. We don't have much time.
We're not coming closer to you. We're
I
asking
don't
you to
get,
come to
I'm
us.
just talking to her right now. She thinks this is a game. I'm not playing games tonight.
So it's not something violent. I'm not going to rush in there, but obviously something crazy goes on.
Tell them.
About what?
I don't know.
What do
Concern.
you
want to
You
go
got- are you
less
concerned
lethal
right now?
in case we do have to run up in there?
Yeah.
I can do that.
Why?
And yours.
Oh, I'm dead. I want that too.
Kind of both our faces covered.
Right.
We're still up here. We're just
Yeah,
waiting on either
as soon as I come around this corner, you can trust me,
out
believe I'm
speak
coming
to
at
us.
you with my fucking hatchet. No, I'm dead ass. See, you think this is a game? Yes, I'm gonna kill a police officer tonight.
No, you don't get to do.
Why don't I?
These things gonna kill police officers.
Give a fuck.
Oh, hell no.
You did that? You made sure. You know. She's been busy this week, so you might need to give her a minute. Why do I want to die? Why did you want to die? Why did you have to fuck all them dudes? Suck all them? Yeah.
Ma'am, if you could please come to the front door, I'd really appreciate it.
Shut up. Every time I try to talk to you and tell you to fuck.
Yeah, grab one. Yeah, grab one and head over here.
Now look at us. Now look.
Ballistic or
Tell these people you're sorry.
Ballistic.
One of them might not make it home to their family tonight.
It's gonna be a ballistic. It's gonna be a ballistic.
Yeah, I swear to God, baby. A lot of people aren't gonna be awake tomorrow. Why? Because you gotta be a fucked up person. You gotta keep doing it and doing it and play games. Tell these people you're fucking sorry. One of these officers won't make it home. They might have kids.
Someone else to get here.
That's fucked up.
Plan from there.
You took that away from them. Yeah, that was on you. Oh, why not? Why not? How many times did you have the honor and have the chance to tell the truth?
Ma'am,
And how many times have
do you mind if you speak up so we can hear your voice to let us know that you're okay?
Fuck up. Like, how many times? You've had multiple chances just to get your shit together. And stop fucking
It is a very long hallway.
This is not like, fucking with my life is not a game.
I can't see, like, it just goes down.
Right?
I can see.
You think you fuck all these people, suck all that dick?
This
Chick might get away from me and like, haha, I got you.
He was arrested a year ago for fleeing.
Haha, I'm laughing. Hey, look. Hey, that's just funny, Libby. You got me. Tap that shit up.
Yeah.
This guy, Kyle.
Yeah.
Is that funny?
Well, his
Is that a taser in his hand?
Yeah.
As far as I can remember, yes.
Yeah.
This is a good show.
Yeah.
Hey,
In our hand, yes.
funny, right?
So he's.
Like 10 of them over here. That's good.
So
Hey.
any police who's walking in
Yeah,
there, she's in there
that's
with a
good.
female. We can hear her
That's a
voice.
good
She's
one.
okay, but we're just holding what we got.
You know why it's not funny, y'all? You know why?
Gone with a knife. We don't know.
She fucking did it. Huh? Man, tell them about your joke. She don't think that shit's funny anymore, y'all.
Hey, Kyle, do you mind coming to the front door
Yeah,
with
I
us so we
fucking
can talk
mind.
this out?
I'm talking to this piece of shit wife of mine. Fuck too many people. It's not funny anymore.
Ma'am, are you able to leave the room?
No, she's not.
No.
Why not?
Because I said so.
We need you to come up here.
Oh, yeah, well, you come back here. It's not part of, this is not part of the game, y'all. Like, you should free yourself. Right?
Good call.
Can you at least apologize to these people?
I don't want to fix it around, but I did phone as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you that ashamed of
Try
yourself?
to get them to come out again. Just try to.
Hey, Kyle.
Shut up.
We
I'm
just
talking.
wanna have a
We're
little chat
about
out
to
here,
make a
that's all.
breakthrough right now. I see
You
it.
don't have to come out of the residence. You just got to walk a little bit more towards us. That's all.
We're about to make a breakthrough. Like, listen.
We just want to
Are
chat.
you that ashamed of it? Like, come on, look, I know I would be too. I feel bad. I feel dumb. Like, I have to put my wife. I don't want to axe in my fucking wife's head. You can hear her tell the truth.
Ma'am.
Like, how fucked up is that?
Ma'am, can you speak to us to let us
She's
know
ready
you're
to try to
okay?
make a break for it. I wouldn't do it. You're enticing her. And that'll just get her.
Hey, whoever's got the shield.
Expired.
This is crazy.
I don't give a fuck what you think.
This is
But hold on. What's crazy is like how many. Look at me. I swear to God. Hey, look, officer. I swear to God, if I get you y'all, I'm gonna cut one of your fucking
Stop.
throats.
Like, why? No, you're
This is the
get,
truth.
you don't
I'm not
get-
making it out of this house.
no,
You for you.
no, you don't get to, no.
Hey, Kyle, step on out, man. Let us talk to you.
No, you are not.
Scared.
No, I just want you to know how crazy you sound with that, like,
Just and just for everyone responding, just to let you know, we have a barricaded subject threatening to kill police and his wife with an axe.
Not only because, like, yeah,
Because you're gonna die.
No, because
You're
you
gonna die.
want to die.
No, I am
And
going to
that-
die.
that-
Except for you're not.
Sounds like she left her phone lying around.
Yeah, you thought these people here. How many chances have you had? And right now you want to lie some more?
Nope.
This is what got you over the ribs.
Like how? I don't, and
The first unit that's not here with a shield, go around back and cover the rear. And keep her at the stage for as long as we're on there.
Baby, like, come on, man. No, I don't. I don't want it.
You do want it. Don't
I want it.
touch me. You don't get to touch me. Stop.
I'm gonna fucking kill you if you don't shut the fuck up.
We just want to talk.
You don't just back away from me. It's one thing for us to talk,
No.
but you don't.
I'm not joking. In here. Like, I tried. This is what you wanted. This is your night. We're here to make a breakthrough, man.
Ready to get 783, you activate your maydays, everything
It's the truth.
Listen and
No, it's the
believe
truth.
what you
I know
want
what the
to
truth
hear.
is. I know the truth.
Copy, accident on station 94.7.
Domestic uncle just reacted.
Apparently I'm not gonna touch you.
Yeah, can this light turn on? If you turn off the, I think you turn off the early wipers.
Hey, Kyle, we just want to talk to you here real quick, man. Let's just have a little powwow here out in front, that's all.
You think I'm sitting here right now and I'm gonna have a joke with you?
As of right now, nobody's in trouble.
No, I'm in trouble.
We're just trying to make
I got
sure
one
everybody's safe.
dead. Alright, so I'm in big fucking trouble.
Well, Kyle, you
But
know
he
that
had
we're
to
not
die,
gonna
you know,
leave
he
until
thought
we
he could
get
stick
eyes
his
on
little
both
fucking
y'all.
Mexican nut in my wife. And he crawled, you know what I'm saying? You come to my house and you fuck my wife, and then you wanna fucking walk around here looking at me and shit, like, yeah. Bro.
Word. Excellent front door.
Behind you.
Got you. Bye.
Got you. You good if I go pre-start?
Yeah,
All right, I'm going to pause this for a minute. Let's have a bit of a discussion. What do you think these officers could say to this guy to make this turn out better than it looks like it's going?
Nothing. His mind's set.
Yeah, his mind is set. I
Jason?
don't see anything.
You don't think there's anything you can say? Jason, what do you think?
They haven't engaged him at all. I'm watching this. That nobody asked what's going on. You know, they're being very quiet. They've not tried to relate to him. They've not tried to. I personally was said, dude, I've been there before. Let's talk about this. What's going on? Obviously, I mean, I'm kind of playing this through, but they've not tried to engage him. Is kind of what I'm seeing. They're more just kind of talking amongst themselves and come out here.
And listening to him and his wife engage each other.
Yes.
Did he? What do you think? Anything could be said to get this guy to back down?
Who'd you ask?
Or John?
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm kind of like Jason. I mean, they're not engaging in it. I mean, at some point you got to recognize that and say, you know what, let's call in a hostage negotiator or something like that, because clearly she's being held against her will. I mean, you're talking about Richmond, so I mean they've got resources, but they hadn't even talked about that, let alone call them. Like they're not making any.
I think there might have been some. I think there's probably some radio traffic on that, moving things there. They've asked for shields, so it sounds like street level command for sure. At least knows what's going on. Wouldn't you think? And we're going to go back to the video. I just wanted to stop it because I noticed the same thing Jason did. They're not successful at engaging because the only thing they're asking him to do is give him commands to come out. This guy's not ready to do that. I really think, and Jason, tell me what you think about this. I really think that I would have jumped on his side about that, about what he's talking about, and let him know that hey man, I kind of feel what you're going through there, but maybe that's not the way to do it or something. But
do you think that could anger him even more?
I haven't done it with a hostage situation, but I've done it with a barricaded subject, very similar situation. He caught his wife cheating. like in the act. And so he's not going to say, "Well, I'm sure she wasn't doing it." You're not going to say that. He already knows it's there, and we just kind of had like a moment of man, you just can't trust him, and it's not worth all this bullshit. And I was able to talk him out. But I think I would have. In my mind, if I'm in that hallway, I want this guy engaging me and not engaging the hostage, especially one that wife just got caught cheating. But what do you think about that tact, Jason?
That's a slippery slope. I would actually try to venture down a path of, do they have kids together? Try to get them to talk about something that, something to live for, and I'm not saying, so what do you do for fun? I'm saying, do you guys have kids together? Or try to find something that a topic that will make him address you. And you can only do that by just asking questions and find something in there that will make him respond to you, because right now he doesn't give a shit. And you kind of got to go through that process with that. The one thing I don't like is the lack of visibility on what's going on, because at any given moment right here, this scene is over and he kills his wife. If I was the officers, I'd probably try to get visual on what's going on there. I don't like their positioning. I would and get rid of the damn tasers.
We can tear them up at the end of the video on that. I just wanted to make that point that we've been there a long time, and the officers cannot find a successful way to engage this guy and get his attention on them, and not on the hostage back there with evidently he's got a hatchet and he's already killed her lover. So let's go back to the video.
Yeah, you want me to stat?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
What's he on with?
We don't know what he's on with, but he's threatening to kill police. He's threatening to kill his wife. He's already.
All right, so
Hey,
you want to sit behind?
officer,
So light up.
the fucking Mexicans that were here earlier, right?
Hands don't use the gun. Hey, get up here. Let me go grab the
The Mexicans that were out here earlier.
Hold on.
Okay, hold it up.
Kyle.
Ask them what happened to their buddy.
Kyle.
They don't know where he is, do they?
Just.
They don't know where he is, do they? You want me to tell you?
No, he's all the way down the hallway.
You want me to tell you where he's at?
Yes, I want you to tell us.
Do you want to know where he's at?
He's talking off his ass. No.
Okay.
I'm good.
My wife don't believe me yet. I don't know why.
It's his wife and the kids.
The whole night. She's the only one in line.
Yeah, these guys are completely disconnected from
You got a taser?
this guy.
Nope. I'll take the shield, go get the rifle. Yep. You got long. Give me 5.
So he has dealt with him before. So I'm like, obviously take that.
And like, I'm about to fucking cut your head off. And like, all these people are gonna fight. I
Kyle.
know you, Flippy. I cut that fucking Mexican's tongue out. I fucking made this. That's not being my best fucking tongue out. Come on, I didn't do all this for show. All this is not for show.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. How much are you willing to put on that? You're ready to risk it all. So we're nothing. You want to risk it all?
Hey. Yep. No. Sarge gets here. That's his camera.
I can get it up right now. Yep. You think I'm lying? Yeah. Whoever's lying, right?
So we got people non-lethal.
Give me as much room as this.
Yeah, right. Now there's gonna be a 303. Oh yeah. Definition of 303.
No, you don't.
Hey.
You don't.
Well, swap that.
Just for you.
Well, never mind. Just
You know why?
when another unit gets here, I'll swap.
I fucking know.
No.
We don't want them to know.
We actually that might be another.
You're not walking out this room alive. What do you mean? Oh. You think you're gonna lie?
It's clear.
Yeah. I got the hallway to the.
What are they waiting on? They already got the ballistic shield.
No, they're still trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do. John, are shotgun houses like that, duplex style houses, very common in Richmond?
I don't know what it is, but like this side of the U.S., like they are very, very common.
That's
Almost
a real
like
crappy
cookie
way to
cutter.
live. A mortgage payment and you're living in an apartment.
One zero left end additional units. When you get here, please go around and back.
Get it off your chest. Like a fucking back.
If it's a 1 minute that gets you next to him, I'm just going with him.
Hey, sorry.
Evidently, the social life is pretty lively there.
I'm gonna let
Like I
that.
say, so I'll back here. Wish you good.
Yeah.
She did, though.
29.
29.
Please help.
Right out where you need to be.
It's gonna back you a lot more, Mary. Because you're lying about sucking.
Is there an
Hey, so he's telling
room
me
on the
she's
right?
lying about something.
I know you sucked it, Dick.
Okay.
How many? Let's see. What's the name? Dude, I killed.
I'm right here near the store on the left. Trying to see if I can get a better.
Come again?
Sorry, did they say a family member gave them the key to let them in?
Yeah, I think that's what it said.
I believe that's true. And the suspect has turned the power off prior to their arrival.
Yeah. This one right here on the bottom.
Yes.
Hey, sorry.
We're not about the job.
Take this.
As long as everybody make it out safe, that's all I care about.
I'm good because I can see the long haul. If he starts running down, I can get.
That's why I got it edged off right here, just in case.
So you got that part.
This little angle.
Sweet.
Yeah.
How old is the kid? Headshot protocol.
Did you deserve them?
He said he had already like.
So the kid's not here
You
anymore.
still want to lie your way out of this shit. Lying got you in here. Like, look
Just
at
not in the
your
building,
fucking
just
surroundings, dude.
Okay.
This is what lying and fucking cheating and stealing and doing all that fucked up shit.
Where's
This is
no
what
sense
got
of
you.
having hacks?
And what are you trying to do to get out of it? Trying to lie your way back out of it? What the fuck? Who taught you that?
As of right now, I think it's just
Some
him.
people are just like, man, I fucked up.
Yeah, it just didn't look like they're doing much, not engaging him.
Yeah, I'm good.
I really don't want to have to drop this guy if we don't have to.
But I can't figure out if they formulated a plan yet. Have you, Jason?
And
No, they're
up here. I'm going to go right back. And
they're
They're just holding
extremely
ground.
ineffective. This is it's bad.
head to you now.
How you doing? I mean,
Can you hear what he's saying?
I can't really hear it. I'm right here.
It sounds like he shut the door.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
For whatever reason.
Yeah, until we, I mean, if we were screaming, we're going. Thanks for bringing shit up. Yeah,
If he cracks you in the head with that hatchet, we're going. Sure. Then.
Yeah.
And what am I hearing? It sounds like a drill.
So he's in there talking to her.
I believe he shut the door.
I know.
If we hear any screaming or anything, do we have anything to breach with? No.
Alright. Hey,
With the Ram, sorry.
I'm gonna kill them.
We have a long in the car.
The cops? Pedro?
And it's the interior door stuff long. Kicking an interior door will work. Unless he's got it barricaded.
Why did you think
Yeah, we want the area up here.
this is all real?
We have this field here. That's all we need.
You wanna go see, is that Richmond Police Department for real? What's your badge number?
Hold on.
Give me a badge number.
Hold on, let me see what he's saying.
So we're
They're out there, baby.
here to the left.
This ain't no,
He's talking to somebody else. I'm right here. Yes, clear on the right.
Hey, slide this back. We'll hold right here.
You ready for this? Yes, I am.
10625 closer. Roll call may get him.
Quietly pull that table back.
Fuck,
If we hear screaming or something, we're moving. We're going in.
Is it connected? Hold on, I believe the lamp's connected.
They're always close to that wall.
Come in. Mom!
Where we at? Where?
Down there! Push! Get on the ground!
They could have dropped the audio out of that.
Secure the house, carry in front of you,
Is that her screaming or him screaming?
I think it's her. This guy got shot and tased.
It's like a wound on him. On the guy without a shirt.
No, come on. You're good. Are you hurt in any way? Ma'am, are you hurt? Can I check you over? Can you check her over for me, please?
Come here. Stand right here.
Yep, right, he's coming in. Hey, med kit coming in.
Leg. All right, and I see.
Another tourniquet. Do we have a second tourniquet? We have another tourniquet.
I'm gonna go past the aid there, even though there are many that claim that doesn't happen. There's the hatchet, hyper tough, big box special. I want to get to the very end of this, and so we can figure out if I think who he called him, Pedro, that he cut his tongue out. If that was an actual thing. And it wasn't actually. He did not kill her suspected lover. Well, let's go to Bruce Wayne. Did you see this video, Bruce? And I want to apologize. First off, let me say something. Hey, Vet, if you'll look in the Night Court information only DMs, I've dropped a invite in there. If you need another one, let me know.
I've already DM'd him on his personal one.
Okay.
I did too.
But I've neglected some comments here, folks. So I'll get you back in there. But what I'm seeing in the comments are the same thing. Derp says that's a long hallway, and he's right. Also corners. That those shotgun houses are, I guess, pretty popular in Louisville. I guess in Kentucky too, right, Vet? And B had a pretty astute assessment. Are they having a coffee class? She didn't understand why they were waiting as well. But Bruce, what do you think about that?
I have no problem with the way that the officers handled this.
Okay, on this one, let's give me the bill or no bill first on this, and then opinions afterwards, because I think I think I know how everybody's going to go with this.
Yeah, no bill.
How long did the video? You come in the middle of that. How much of that video did you see with the officer's response?
They were basically just saying like, I came in right when they were saying like, we don't want to have to take him out, like trying to talk him down. Probably saw 3-4 minutes of it.
Okay. Pretty accurate assessment. Fidgy, what do you think about this?
I thought it was awfully polite of those officers to let them finish their conversation, but it's still no bill.
Yeah, they were trying to get a breakthrough there. He was hoping to get a breakthrough that night. No bill. So Corey,
No bill.
all right. John Cox,
Yeah, absolutely no bill.
Jason.
No bill.
Mine's a no bill, and we did stop that in the middle and talk about some very particular points I thought were valid. I don't know why, out of all those officers there, somebody didn't step forward and try to engage this guy to get his attention off. I don't know that the outcome would have come out any different, to be quite honest with you. It sounded like he was in a place where he wanted to go to another place permanently. So, but I thought that was interesting how long they stood there almost without a plan or even to keep this guy engaged. Typically, you got one in the crowd, right, Jason?
Well, I got a lot of comments on this one, but let me know if you want me to go on it.
Go ahead, sir.
So there was a moment in there, and what I said before about you got to find some common ground or try to, and the officers were just talking to themselves. Not a big fan of tasers in this moment in any way, shape, or form. I'd probably do some less lethal, in my opinion, would have been some sort of aerosol, pepper ball, or tear gas, whatever. And then everything else is lethal. I don't like the fact that you can't see what's going on. And the comments, they said that if they hear a scream or whatever, it's too late. In my opinion, and I've talked about this before, the priorities of life for law enforcement, the number one priority of life is the life of the hostage or the victim. And I think they failed on that. He's obviously not listening to them. They can't get him engaged. They should have, I think, interacted sooner. I just, the other thing too is they had all the time in the world. If the family member let them in, they don't know what's down there. I'd have somebody go out and ask the family member, draw me a diagram of this hallway. What's down there? Just get as much information as you can while you're there. You had all the time in the world, but they didn't try to engage. They had the wrong less lethal. They can't see what's going on, and the suspect, in my opinion, is controlling this for way too long. I would have been a little more aggressive in my communication. I would have tried some common ground, and if that didn't work, priority of life says we need to save this woman, and not let him dictate it. My 2 cents.
And I echo that. I don't think he controlled the situation until he got shot. They didn't engage him or anything. I mean, there wasn't even a strong attempt. It'd be different if you have somebody talking down the hall about, pictures on the wall, talk about anything, but get them to engage and start opening a dialogue with some sort of communication. And I was, quite frankly, pretty disappointed out of Richmond, because Richmond is a pretty large city. They're well supplied with training and things like that. Not one of these officers out of 4 of them that were there stepped forward to say, "Hey, dude, what are you doing? What's going on tonight? I just got here." Whatever. But okay, that's a good one. Let's go to Hartford, Connecticut.
Let me see your hands. Hands! Hands! No, no.
him out the car. Get him out the car. I got him. Give me twice.
Yo, please!
Get out of the car!
No! Yo! Yo, get away from me! 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 Get away from me!
Then deploy, then deploy. He's grabbing something. He's trying to grab something.
Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
83 in his hand! 83 in his hand! Drop the weapon! Drop the weapon! Elle, watch out! Elle, watch out!
Shot fired. Shot fired.
Okay, Hartford, Connecticut. This, as you can read there, this started with a disturbance. This individual was involved in it, 48-year-old Gararay, and he fled from there. And that's the stop is where the video picked up. All right, let's go to Bruce Wayne.
Oh, no bill for me. Seems like they handled it well. They didn't have a choice.
I mean, you feel pretty good about that? Wasn't conflicting commands, or you don't think they were too aggressive?
No, I don't think so.
All righty then, let's go to Corey Brooks, Blue Falcon extraordinaire.
No bill. And to discuss afterwards, of course they had to bust the windows out because they were tinted. You can't necessarily see inside. I know that I couldn't. So she deployed the taser. Taser was ineffective. And I think she deployed the taser twice in the back seat when he did get back there. Whatever drug he was on or whatever episode he was having, yeah, that was a lot. And I was trying to see, you can see that she shined a light in there and actually made sure that he had the firearm before she used the firearm. So I think it was great communication to tell the other officer to step off of the axis because she was going to deploy her pistol. She tried to deploy, as you can see right there, she tried to deploy the taser, which he's grabbing at and didn't work, didn't stop him. Now she sees that he has the firearm in his hand and she tells the other officer to step off and she takes her shot. So no bill and great.
All right, Fidji.
Yeah, he was a bit he was off, but that's a no bill. I personally really like the way she handled that, especially right before she shot. She told him twice, dropped the weapon. She stood back, she shot. Told the other officer to get out of the way. I thought she did great.
Very good. Bruce Wayne.
It was no bill for me.
All right, Big Ron. I think I skipped you last time, Big Ron.
That's okay. I'm used to it. My wife does the same thing. She doesn't like to hear me talk. Yeah, I'm definitely a no bill, and I'm going to agree with Blue Falcon that was great communication with the police officer. The other one, she verified the threat before she took her shot. So yeah, definitely no bill.
John Cox.
Yeah, I mirror what everybody else said. I mean, high tense situation, but she was clear, precise with her words, and yeah, she's good.
Good deal. Vet.
Hello, everybody.
I didn't know you snuck in.
Yes, I'm very sneaky. Yeah, no bill. Unfortunately, there's a lot of videos I've watched where female officers are, it's not in the best light, and I love that she handled her business. I'm with Corey on how she had the presence of mind to tell her partner to to get out of the backstop. So yeah, no bill.
Jason.
I think with the tools they had, they did a good job. It's funny to watch the evolution of policing, and just going to throw it out there. Break the first window and pepper ball or gas the inside of that vehicle, and we don't have a shooting. I would like to see at some point less lethal move on from tasers to something more effective for moments like this where you want somebody out of a tight space. They did what they did with the tools that they had. They did a great job, but I think there's better ways to do things moving forward.
I'm going to echo everyone's sentiments. Obviously, it's a no bill for me. I do hold the same opinion with tasers. That when they work great. When they don't work, it's kind of like, what next? Sometimes it means going to a firearm, but I do like pepper ball guns. I don't know why. It seems like some agencies don't embrace those, or when they do get them, they put them out like with just supervisors. So if you need one, you've got to wait for someone to get there with it. So I don't really know what the issue is with pepper ball guns, and why agencies haven't really picked up on those as much as some others have.
Hey, Joe, if I could echo what Range Minded said in the comments, I did see that Range. She didn't drop her baton after the first 2 shots. She then did drop her baton, but yeah, under stress, you got to learn to drop everything in your hands to get proper grip and proper shooting. So, but good eye, man. That was real good.
Hey, Joe, I know you may not have time now, but I want to ask Jason later on about pepper ball. I got a question about that right quick.
Do it now. No better time than the present. We just discussed it.
Okay. On pepper ball, Jason, in like an outside setting, are they as effective as they would be like in a closed, confined area, like a car or a bedroom?
Yeah, in fact, we had a couple incidents where, so we carry handgun pepper balls and 15 style pepper ball, and then a smaller rifle pepper ball, and you can aim for the ground in front of them, and if you take wind into it, you just need that ball to explode, and that wind will drift across them, and you're talking, I think it's 80 to 100 yards that you can fire this in there. If you fire a pepper ball into a car, they're coming out in 30 seconds. I mean, it's done. And that's, I've seen better luck with the pepper ball deployments in my agency than I have tasers. Not luck, but use of less lethal force. And again, I go back to the evolution of law enforcement, that tasers were really popular when they first came out. But then once we started using them, I personally learned that they don't work all the time. And then officers became too reliant on them. What I've seen from pepper ball is about as effective as pepper spray was back when I first started. I mean, that stuff was effective, but it took about 30 seconds for the spray to kick in. With pepper ball, the other good thing I like about it is they also make rounds that you can put in there that will break the window. It's not just spray. There's inert spray. There's glass shattering balls you can put in there, and then there's the irritation that you can put in there. But personally, I've seen better effectiveness and better results from pepper ball than tasers, hands down.
Okay.
What about his Manic State?
What about what?
Man, do you know how fast you can shoot a pepper ball gun? And if it were me, I would try to break every one of those balls on his chest. They hurt. It's not like something that you don't notice hitting you. It'll draw whelps on you. It hurts to get hit by it, and then the round cracks open, and this dust, like moon dust, is floating around in the atmosphere. You're sucking it up. So, yeah, it was just as effective to bring him out of his demented state as anything else you were going to deploy. Maybe even more so because it's persistent.
I mean, it's pretty much just a paintball gun that shoots those pepper balls, right? They're like 56 caliber or 46 caliber.
Yes.
No, they're a little.
Paintball guns?
No, they're quick and they have a lot of power and they're accurate as hell. Inside they're very accurate, and like I said, you can hit somebody if somebody's hiding in bushes. You can shoot at the pavement in front of the bushes, and that spray will contaminate the bushes, and they'll come out. A car is very effective. That's why in this scenario, I've seen that before, where you break the window and you throw a pepper ball in there. Back off, and he's gonna come out.
No, pepper balls are extremely effective. I just wonder why it didn't seem like it ever took hold. Like Jason's talking about when tasers come out, you couldn't get the cops to buy them fast enough because it was like a stop button for anyone. You just shoot them with a taser and it goes. Just like in the movies, you see where people get stunned and then they pass out. They're just incapacitated instantly.
Taser just came out with Taser 10 that has 10 darts in it.
Oh, that is kind of cool, though.
It is.
That's kind of like a shotgun. Let's go to our next video, folks. Let's go to Greensboro, North Carolina.
That is about 15 minutes for me.
Ma'am, are you all right? What's going on? What?
Kill himself at the night.
Is he alone in the house?
No, he's got my daughter in there. I can't get out.
Is she safe? Where is she at?
He's in my house. He's going in.
Who is
he? Go to high school with her,
It's my
John?
grandson. He just got out of jail today. He wants to kill himself.
Do what?
He came to my house and busted the door in. He's in there now. He took a knife, stuck in his belly. And I started screaming around. They were to call you. It took half hour to get you.
Okay, so what's his name?
Titus Cop.
I'm sorry?
Titus Cop.
Titus Cop?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, he needs some help. He got young there at the hospital or something. I don't know
That's a
what's
country
going
name.
on with him. He's crazy. He had 9 police here yesterday. Took him to jail. Let him out this morning. Big mistake. He come to my house and broke the door.
So where's your daughter at?
She's in there. I
Can you
want
call her
somebody.
and make sure she's okay?
I can't because I'm scared to go in.
Well, hold on. Does she have a
She
phone?
won't come out. She wants to try to help him.
She wants to try to help him. Do you think he's going to hurt her?
I don't know. Possible. I don't know if he ain't over
Okay.
here.
Well, I don't want you to get hurt.
He said
or him
he's
to get
going
hurt
to
or
kill
anything.
himself.
I understand, man, but I want to make sure he's safe. You said his name is Titus.
I got no
Sir.
intention of living.
Sir, put down the knife.
I love you. I'll see you next life, sir.
3312, I need an EMS 1039. I've got a suspect with a gunshot wound to the chest. You all right? Sir. Sir, stay with me. Stay with me, sir. Sir.
He's about to be DRT.
Yeah, that oil leak is going to be fatal.
Sure, hold on. Stay with me.
Yeah, there's no staying with me.
Now, did you see the color of that blood?
Yeah,
That
it's pretty dark to
that was
pick.
fresh from the pump. Okay, so the background on this is another domestic. This gentleman had just bonded out of jail. It was her grandson. Come back threatening. It almost looks like suicide by cop. Like this may have been his plan. I think when he come out the door, that's what was his game. But we want to welcome Lawyer Joe. She's made it with us. But Vet LT3, give us your first assessment on that. And I want your John. I was asking earlier. Did you go to high school with this lady?
No, that's in an adjoining county. Ha ha.
Okay. I think it's great how you come up with it's not in the same county or that we're not in the same age group.
Oh, it's not. Well,
too late now.
No.
You missed the opportunity. Go
You're
ahead.
breaking
Ben.
up. You're breaking up.
I'm sure I am. All right, well, let's try. Who's ready to go? Let's try
Right.
that. How about Bruce? You ready?
Yeah, that's a no bill for me. Like you were saying, that looked like suicide by cop. No, it all happened so fast.
Okay, and everybody understands he was armed with a knife, right?
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
He came right up the door and charged him.
Very good, Veggie.
Yeah, that's a no bill. That was suicide by cop, like you were saying.
Okay. Vet, you with us?
Yeah, when you were talking earlier, brother, I didn't know if you wanted Joe to go first or me, but yeah, it's a damn shame these damn cops can't shoot the knife out of the hand, man, like in the old westerns. I don't understand. Don't you guys train for that? Obviously, I'm being facetious.
Lack of training, I'm sure. Yeah.
But no bill, and yeah, I agree with you, man. Looks like suicide by cop. Poor guy needs some mental help, man.
I think that is the pretty selfish way. If you want to kill yourself, just go kill yourself. Now you're going to die, and this cop's going to live with that for the rest of his life. I think it's pretty cruel way of doing things. If that's what if you're checking out, you know. But let's go to Big Ron.
Yep, 100% no bill, and another case of showing that 21-foot rule. It's unfortunate, but the police officer had to do what needed to be done. Someone's going to go home tonight, and it was the police officer.
Well, I'm kind of surprised when we first started doing these. If there was a knife, that was always a long point of discussion. But I think since we've seen plenty of examples of the 21-foot rule, and we don't even get that as an argument anymore. A little disappointed in that.
I think you're missing that one guy with his followers that always think it's shoot him in the leg crew. Those guys always think it's not right. So
Are you talking about TC? Well, I want to talk about TC before the show's over. TC's having a hard time with things.
Yeah, not him, but his followers. Man, they
His
just
crew?
boy, yeah, yeah. His crew. He's cool, man. I see where his points when he talks, and I see where he's coming from. But his crew, boy, oh my god.
Yeah, they'll come up with some wild ones. A lot of the police should prevent someone from harming themselves when they intentionally want to harm themselves. Go ahead, Corey.
Well, I'm going to say that they should have called a social worker there so they can talk the knife out of his hand. And just like someone said, I don't see why they couldn't shoot the knife out of his hand, even though it's a moving object and he, all of that good stuff. Also, I'm going to say no bill.
Very good, no bill. John Cox, North Carolina. This is your stomping grounds. What do you think about this?
Yeah, it's clearly a no bill. And I had looked him up. He had already had a criminal record, but not that matters. But yeah.
Well, I mean, your classmate said right off the get that he just got out of jail.
Look, I can't help what my classmates do.
Jason, what do you think about this one?
I think John's prom date needs to eat a cheeseburger. Other than that, no bill. Other than that, since we're going on these topics of conversations, I think maybe if an armed teacher would have showed up, might have done better than the cop.
Well played. Well played.
I also do want to point out his name is Titus. That was a real country name, but we'll move on from that.
Right. Well, I say no bill, and I think it's another example of a knife in the 21-foot rule. How fast someone can close distance with a knife, and that I think it's an unfortunate situation. I think it's a cruel and selfish way to go out. You just involved a person that this officer and that dead man will never be disconnected for the rest of his life anyway. But I say no bill. Well, range-minded is full of stuff here. What is afterwards would have memorized the orders, of course. Oh, he's talking about our space last night. I think Elsa sang a song about it. Range, something like "Let It Go." Was a good space though. All right, let's go to San Francisco. How they handle trespassing.
Emergency. Hi, yes. I need a police officer to my house. They've been to my house numerous of times. An ex-boyfriend just showed up, and he's like, "What? He has a gun on him." And what's the address? 950 Leland Street.
Was that a house or an apartment?
A house.
What is your name?
Sí, tío, para allá. My name.
Where is he at right now?
He's inside the house.
And you're outside?
Yes.
How did he get inside? Does he live there? How did he get inside?
No, he doesn't live here, ma'am. He literally just showed up. It's because he went through the backyard and he's in the house.
Okay.
Oh, bye, tío. Bye.
One moment.
Yeah, so the police have been here. They were already, he hasn't been here for over a week because they took him home. They literally took him home a week ago. And he showed up today. I wasn't even expecting him to show up, and he just literally showed up, and he's disoriented, and he's under the influence of something. And he literally had a gun. He's not trying to hurt me with it, but the thing is, he's mental issues. I don't know where he got it from, and I don't.
Where is it at? In his pocket, in his waist?
Yeah,
where is it at?
In his pocket. In his pocket. And he's not trying to hurt me, ma'am, but I don't feel safe with him here. They already told me to get a restraining order on him, but he leaves, and I hadn't had to deal with him. And so he showed up today and talking to the voices in his head saying, like, this is his house, he's protecting his family, but he's not protecting nothing. He's scaring everybody. And my kids actually just got out of school, and they don't know what's going on because I keep it from them, and I told them to stay in their room.
Is he dancing?
I think he's having conversations with the voices in his head.
As long as they don't answer him back, he's fine.
Just keeping the house safe, guys. Just keeping the house safe.
Well, shit, I answer mine, dude. I guess I'm in trouble.
30, the 4 juvies have been retrieved from the house.
450. Copy the juvies. Deputies are still inside. Juvies have been executed.
You're just trying to keep the demons at bay, vet.
Again, just verifying we did get all 4 children out of the residence. The residence is clear. The only uncleared space in this location is the garage.
10 from. Go ahead, Asher.
Go to the location of that last call.
Give me 100 West Valley. Priority 805. He went back inside and closed the door. Do you have any vehicle description?
It was a black sedan with heavy front light damage.
Northbound 15 to the eastbound 8 connector.
You guys in the back.
I'll be in to that. 621 Z97.
Confirming he's in the back door.
It's a motorcycle. Shots the way. No deputy hit. Northbound 15 to the eastbound 8.
Shot fired, no bases.
Second shot fired.
Hey, well, let's just have everybody pull back towards positions of cover. We'll monitor the perimeter. Let's just hold until we can get more resources here.
I think we can, I don't know how well we can see through that screen door. Can you? All right. Hold on 1 second. I got
Copy, he's in and out of the house. Blue shirt and blue shorts.
Reminds me of that scene out of Monty Python. Run away, run away.
Master 1, it does appear that he's actively using narcotics right now.
Actively using narcotics.
He's opening the residence door.
He's opening the residence door.
Lighting up some
Watching
crack.
Master 1, he's standing at the threshold of the door.
10-4. He's trying to come out of the house. Copy, somebody's coming out of the house. Back inside.
Okay, we copy 1,000 feet and extending to the east. We're picking up off the pad now. We'll be in our team. Can you just give me the numbers on Leland?
B scoping out real estate buys.
Yeah, the numbers on Leland are 950.
Okay, we copy. And then you were given the description of him. I copied a 30-year-old. I copied the clothing and just send in his race for me.
HM about 5'8". Come in at
he's back outside.
1,600 above me, and then when you guys get on scene
Copy
and
outside
you got
in
it
front
in
one.
sight, I'll depart whatever direction is convenient for you.
Copy 1,600. We're departing the base now.
This is the front door, has the guy in his hand. Back inside. Back inside.
Victor, let's just talk, man. Come on. Can we just come out so we can talk? It's a Friday night, man. Come on. Victor. Good, this way we can less people. Hey, we got any less people? Yeah, I think Nico's just got it. Hey! Hey, man! Don't do it! Don't point, man! Yeah. Shot fired! Shot fired! Front door! Front door! Front door! I found the front door! Get back! Get back! Front door! Front door! He's at the front door! Hold! 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 Josh, you ready? Guns down. Move.
Is that AstroTurf grass? It's kind of pricey.
Get door. Get door.
Yes, California has a lot of that.
All right, hold it. Hold. That's it. That's it. Hold. 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 That's it. All right. Hold. Back up. Hold. Hey, someone check his pulse. Start doing vitals. Everyone clear out. Secure the scene, please. I'll check pulse. Toronto, back up.
Nope, that covers it up. We have a new viewer in here that I haven't seen before. A Ski 4100 3D's kid here.
Hello.
Welcome, 3D's
Hurrah.
kid.
Hurrah.
Oh God, I got a hurrah. That may be a little. I threw up in my mouth a little bit, but let's go to let's go to Blue Falcon Corey.
Good.
That's my boy.
No, Bill, and I'm glad that you threw up in your mouth a little bit. I hope it tastes good. Actually, I don't. Hopefully, I think it's sour. No, Bill. He was actively smoking crack on the back porch. He was high out of his mind, pulled his gun, and he shot at the police. They actually were patient with them. Even though he pointed the gun at him, they still didn't take the shot. And then guess what? He took the shots and, yeah, well.
Well, does the fact that he's using narcotics or acting erratically at the house, do you think that really is grounds that you need as far as to justify killing him?
No, it's not. It's not grounds for deadly force. The grounds for deadly force is when he pointed the firearms and shot at the police officers. No, but it does play a factor in someone's mind state. But are they really going to use that as evidence? No. But going back to what happened, he pointed a gun, shot at the police officers. That's the quickest way to get unalived.
Yeah, well, I think for the officers that air him out, the fact that he pointed the weapon at them it presents a reasonable, a credible fear. I think that's really all you need. But good points there you make there, Corey. Good points. Bet. You with us?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no bill. You guys can explain the tactics to me. I don't know what the procedures are for law enforcement, and even though he's a Marine, welcome, young sir, and the best wishes to you.
Jason, Ski 4100 could sit in the studio. We've got the fat crayons to help him out. We got Corey in here.
You might be outnumbered if he comes in here.
Probably not, but it'd be fun to try.
We're not worried about any smarmy guys. Let me tell you something. You throw crayons at people that don't want to eat them.
I'll ask him. Hang on.
All right, at ease, Blue Falcon. Let's go to Vet. It's a no bill for you, right?
Yes,
You're not
sir.
sure
It's a
about the
no
tactics
bill.
they employed.
Yeah, just I don't know what the protocols are, but no bill. You point a weapon at an officer, and you fuck around, you find out, right?
Sometimes that's the way it goes. Bruce Wayne, what do you think about this one? How about Fidgy?
Bruce, you got to quit smoking meat, man, when we're on the show.
Oh, sorry, was I up?
Yeah, go ahead, Bruce, if you're with us. You got an opinion on this one?
Like with Fed, I can't judge tactics, but the guy definitely was asking for it, so I have no problem with how it ended.
Okay. Fidgy, you with us?
Yeah, I saw most of that. Guy was smoking crack on the back porch and shot a couple times. I'm going to say no bill from what I saw.
Very well. I think we are Big Ron. Big Ron, what do you think?
No bill, fly Navy.
Lord.
I love it. Almost all the armed forces in here. We're missing a couple of people, but it's all good.
Yeah, I had Coast Guard popped in my head all of a sudden. I have to think that they are a branch of the military, but they are.
They are not.
Go ahead, Lawyer Joe. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks. Go Army. Anyway, the guy came out. He pointed a gun. He'd already fired 2 shots. He pointed a gun at the cops, and they shot him. It's about as clear as it gets. No bill.
I'm not going to make any comments to that. We're going to let that set on the table where it's at and go to John Cox, North Carolina.
Yeah, clearly a no bill. Good shoot.
Dang B says that house would sell for $2 million. And she's a no bill on this shoot too, but $2 million for that house.
Man, that house needs a new roof, man. I don't know about that. Jeez, Lee. $2 million? I guess Cali's Cali.
It just goes
It's Cali. 1.8 then.
Yeah, California's got some issues. It costs that much to buy that piece of crap house. Damn, I'm kind of shocked. We got a no bill there. Jason, what do you think about this?
Honestly, I've always been impressed with California's cops. They did a great job, and the helicopter was great. No bill at all. I've always been impressed with the West Coast cops.
What do you think about? It sounds like tactical commands were coming from the helicopter. He told them to back off and we'll wait on other assets. He was coordinating the arrival of other assets. Have you ever seen that before?
Yeah, we've actually we've utilized helicopters up here before for missing persons or suspected large, and the eye in the sky can see more than we can on the ground, and it's
Well, no, that's not my point. Usually they don't have a tactical command. They're reporting that to whoever is the tactical commander on scene.
No,
In
my
my
point
experience,
is
I've used aircraft as well, but we've always the command has always been on the ground that you've got a channel open to the helicopter.
my point is the more information you get, and if you have eyes up above and they can see more than we can see on the ground, the more information you have, and yes, that is artificial turf grass, which looks great, but the more you can see from above and on the ground makes better decisions. So I thought they did a great job.
Yeah, great. Vet made a comment about tactics. I don't have any issues with their tactics. Vet, I think they moved well tactically. They made contact. They kind of followed and backed up, set a perimeter, and he come out and he got handled the way he got handled. And with that confirmation of AstroTurf, the artificial grass in the yard, that's going to push that 2 million to probably 2.5, right, B? That's what this has cost you if you want to buy that in San Diego. And Range wants artificial. You don't have enough money, Range. Keep working. You're not going to be able to afford artificial grass.
2.5. And actually, with the helicopter, I've seen it in the Marine Corps where not the commanding officer, but the battalion commander was in a Huey, and I guess he was maneuvering us from there, or however it went. But
Well, and I've had that as well. But in law enforcement, and there's a lot of times it may be your agency's air asset, it may not be your agency's air asset, but whoever's in that helicopter is not typically in a tactical command. They could suggest you pull back, but and I may be wrong. Maybe that was what was going on here, but it sure sounded like this guy was pretty. He didn't suggest it. He was telling them to back off, and he laid down what was going to happen. It was just a curious observation for me. Well, let's go to let's stay in California. Escondido.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
The address of the emergency is 700 West Valley Parkway.
Okay, is there a room or apartment number?
No hay ni cuartos de altos that would pay for that.
Sorry.
No, it's the Watchtower one. There is a psycho, and I'm about to whoop his ass and knock him the out.
Stop for a second.
Because he pulled out a gun.
Where are you by? The ticket office or where?
No, send the cops.
Where
I'm at
are you?
Watchtower 1.
Where are you by at the transit center?
I'm not sure. Pointed at me. He walking away. It's my brother.
That dude right there.
Yes.
Hey, come here, police department.
That's her brother.
Hey, stop, police! Police department! Stop! Stop! Police department, drop what's in your hands! Drop what's in your hands! Police! Drop what's in your fucking hands! I'm gonna shoot you! Drop what's in your fucking hands! Drop what's in your hands! Drop what's in your hands!
Officer's got great cardio, man. He's not even winded.
He's got a gun right there. All right. Hold it, turn towards me. Okay. All right, you good? I'm good. I'm not hit. All right. 330 Sam, we have shots fired.
Got a stray pattern on the ground?
All right, you ready to go? You guys good? Yeah.
He started
Come on up
leaking.
here. I see you. You're good. Just hold there. Hold there. Glove up. Glove up. I got it. You guys good? Yeah. 1 second. Glove up. You grab him by his legs and pull him away from the gun. All right. Don't move. Don't move.
His career in moving, I think, is over.
She's saying a male, Hispanic, gray shirt, blue shorts, walking south or north of Queens.
That's it right there.
Yes.
Hey, careful for me.
Guys running north down. By that point. The bike guys are going to come up with her city.
Hold it, turn towards me. Okay, I got you. Alright, you good? You're good. Not hurt. Alright. 330 stand, we have shots fired. Alright. You guys good?
Yeah.
Come on up here. I see you. You're good. Hold, just hold there. Hold there. Glove up. Glove up. I got it. You guys good? Yeah. 1 second, glove up. Grab him by his legs, pull him away from the gun.
Yeah.
Don't move. Don't move.
I got hands, get gloves. Get gloves. Get gloves.
I don't have the gloves. We're good.
Okay. You grab his legs, pull him up. Go.
Yeah, they cut that video quick. I bet there was a bloody mess underneath him. So Escondido, California. Did y'all notice that the caller was his sister?
Yeah, I did.
All right, and everybody's aware that this was actually a Crossman brand BB pistol. Realistic, though, but was not a functional firearm. Okay, let's go to Fidji. You ready?
Yeah. I wonder how his sister feels when she was told. It's pretty kind of amazing when you think about it. No bill though.
No bill on it? Okay. Well, let's go to Vet LT3. What do you think about this one? Besides being impressed with the officer's cardio.
I'm just saying, dude, he was doing real good. But yeah, no bill. You know, even though it's a BB pistol, I mean they look real. Especially at night. Quick decisions. I don't fault the cop at all, but yeah, no bill, and it just goes to show, man. Even though the weapon wasn't real, the shit officers got to go through. You know, I know everybody gives cops shit. Yeah, there are bad ones out there. There's bad people all around, but you guys got to make tough decisions, man, in split seconds. So, but yeah, no bill.
Thank you, Vet. Corey, what do you think about this one?
Well, I really want to go back to the call when she said, "I'm about to bust this fool in the face." What makes you think that you can fight somebody with a gun? And you said he had a gun, and you told the police officer when he got there he had a gun, and you said that's your brother. But now that your brother's dead, is a no bill. Also, I know that she looked like she was bigger than her brother, but you still don't want to fight a man with a gun. And another good guy with a gun came with a gun and ended that situation. So, no bill.
Very well. Yeah, she didn't pull any punches literally with telling the police about her brother that he brandished it. She used the word brandish, and he pointed it at me. I mean, in California, I'm pretty sure it's like in Texas, just pointing at someone trying to put them in fear for their life is actually aggravated assault. So let's go to Bruce Wayne.
Definitely no bill. I mean, yeah, they had no way of knowing that wasn't real. They acted on the information they had. Good shoot.
Very well. Big Ron.
Again, 100% no bill for me. Another one of those cases of play stupid games and win stupid prizes. It doesn't matter if it's real or fake. It looks real, and the cop has a split-second decision to make.
Very well. I actually agree with everybody's points so far, but let's go to Lawyer Joe, see if I can find one I don't agree with.
Actually, I don't have a problem with it. He, the cop chasing him, and I'm with that. I'm like, damn, I'm winded watching them, and they're like, that's crazy. But anyway, they were chasing him. They gave him chance after chance to either like drop what he had, turn around, whatever, and he didn't. Then he turns around with it in his hand. I mean, I'd shoot somebody who pointed something at me too. So there's no bill. And the guy survived. Did y'all miss that? He received treatment in the hospital and he's facing charges.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm surprised he had to bleed out from an ab wound very quickly. So good for him.
But I saw that he'd survived and that, you know, he's now facing charges. So it's even more of a no bill because cops didn't even kill him.
Wait, was he holding that gun at his own head?
You know, I don't think so. I think he turned around. Let's go to I want to see the video surveillance camera just prior to shooting. It seemed to be clear. Let me go find that.
What was it? Looked pretty. Yeah, right in here.
Yeah, I think he was, Fidgy.
I don't think he's holding it in his head. I think he's got a high grip on it, though.
No, let it go another frame or two. See right there, he's holding it to his head.
Yeah, you're right. Right
Well,
under his ear.
Yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
Does that change your opinion? Does that change anyone's opinion?
Nope.
No, only because with everything going on and the way he's not like holding it to his head, like to his temple, he's just almost like you're saying he's got a high grip, but it's, you know, angled towards him. So it's almost hard to tell if he's trying to show like, hey, I'm gonna shoot myself, or if he's just got a high grip on it, ready to present it forward.
Okay. Let's go to John Cox, North Carolina.
Yeah, no deal. That was good.
Jason.
No bill.
Mine's a no bill. Pretty sad situation when you got to call the law on your family and have a result like this. But you know, I think Ron said it best: play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Well, let's go to Atlanta. See how they handle burglaries.
Is that a plastic bag on his head?
Yes.
Business is a disguise.
Like a grocery bag.
I'm 4 minutes out.
That's when you need your music to start playing like crazy train and shit.
I got one black mount running.
I got it! Oh, don't fucking move! Stop! Stop! Don't fucking move! Put the fuck out! Crossfire! Crossfire!
I've never seen a Dodge Charger with a column shift before.
I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground. Might get that off. I'm on the ground. Give me a hand. Put your hand behind your back, then. My hand behind my back. Yeah, I don't want. Turn right. You want mine?
Say, grab that other one. I got this one. Grab the other one.
All right, can I move over? Put your right hand behind your back. I'm trying to move my back. No, I'm not that tight. There we go. All right.
Go ahead.
All right, folks, that's about all the force we're going to see on this one, so we can talk about it. It was just an interesting video and fresh, so I threw it out there. But I think it's going to be another one of those where we're not going to have a real problem with officer use of force. But let's go to Corey. What do you think about that burglar uniform?
Oh, it was outstanding. I mean, he could have suffocated, but hey, you know, he didn't want to leave any DNA around, and then he turned into Spider-Man. That is one of the most.
It looked like he had it in baklava mode.
Yes, but you know, is he turned into a ghetto Spider-Man, and it didn't work out so well for him. He got caught. So, no bill. Go ahead, do your time. Get some help.
Did you notice his sock or his gloves? Look at his gloves.
Yes, his gloves. Those are like socks. Yeah, those are socks. That is quite impressive. He went with some socks and look at the bag on his head. I swear, like he got a Jerry curl, but
he transferred from baklava style to full mask style before he went out. I guess he was worried about camera views out there, but he was in baklava style inside.
Yeah, it's
Vet, what do you think about this one?
Oh yeah, no bill. I don't know. Maybe the shoes is what stopped the officer from getting over the fence a little bit faster because he looked like he slipped. But everybody looks like they're in shape, can run. Everybody's doing good. I like it. It's looking good. And also, just real quick comment, Lawyer Joe, did you say in the last video that they did not charge the gentleman, even though he was brandishing, even though it wasn't a real gun?
No, he was facing charges.
Oh, okay.
He survived, and it said he was continued to receive treatment in the hospital, and now he's facing aggravated assault and something else charges.
Okay, I misheard you. My apologies.
And he's probably pooping in a bag too.
Yeah, I'd guess.
now look at Spider-Man right there.
Oh yeah.
All right, folks, I'm going to get on to the last video. I know I'm cutting some folks off and giving their comment on it, but I want to get to this next video. We're going to be talking about this one for a minute. Let's go to Independence, Missouri.
Okay. I just dropped her up to go get some gas, and I guess she got beat her up. Okay.
Is that person involved?
This is my husband.
No, is that person involved?
No, not that person. No.
Okay. What's going on?
I called my son and asked him if it's okay for me to come up here to see my granddaughter.
It's number 6. Yeah.
It's 5. Okay.
So we got a mother-in-law who's assaulted outside on the curb. We've got good probable cause of domestic disturbance or domestic violence has occurred, so officers making contact.
So can we come and talk about what's going on?
I accept your terms. What's up?
This guy about the duels, that way he accepted his terms.
Terms were agreed.
Hi there. What's your name? Can you come out here, please? Please. I got her in the closet. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Okay. Can we put the baby down, come in here and talk and figure out what's going on? You gonna give her to the baby? Okay.
Oh, damn.
Oh shit.
Go. Whoa!
You guys didn't see this stuff the other day?
Okay, that's it. We're not going to run that video or watch that any further. It's not something anybody's going to want to see. But it resulted in the death of the mother and the infant. This use of force. So let's get down to it. Let's start talking about it. Corey.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say no, Bill. I'm saddened by the fact that the mother put her child in danger, whatever mental episode or whatever the problem may have been. I don't think the child deserved any of that. And that's going to be hard on the officer to live with. And then also it shows your positioning inside the house is key and important, because it kind of boxed himself in, and now only place he has to go or retreat is to the wall or the closet. And so no, Bill, that fucking sucks. That the baby, I don't care about the lady, but the baby is just that's a hard one.
100% is hard one, but you're saying that the force that was used was reasonable yet tragic, right?
Reasonable but tragic. There's no other way around that, because she's holding the baby. It's not like the movies where you take this perfect shot, especially in the instance where you have to draw your firearm and use your firearm. It's not like you have time to get a front sight picture onto to her and not covering the baby. Is yeah, it's tragic.
Okay. Vet, what's your opinion on this?
Awful but lawful, man. It's terrible. Shit ass mother putting her child in danger. I mean, face up, you did assault. I mean, some states it's just a minor charge,
Well, but you got to think they weren't there for her. The mother's allegation on the curb was that her son beat her up.
I heard her say her son said it was okay for her to come down, but it kind of cut off. I didn't hear her say that he did it.
Let's listen to it again.
I just dropped her off to go get some gas, and I guess they beat her up. Okay.
Is that person involved?
This is my husband.
No, is that person involved?
No, not that person. No.
Okay. Okay. What's going on?
I called my son and asked him if it's okay for me to come up here to see my granddaughter.
You know what? I don't hear it there. I want to say, though, that it was the son that was the actor or suspected actor in the domestic violence, that the mother was just there.
Okay. All right. Well, then, even more, like, what are you doing? Like, what do you... I don't know. And no matter what, either she was involved or not, she's a shit-ass person. And, it's sad that an innocent life had to die. I also feel bad for the officer. He just, that's gonna live with that man. You know, an infant.
Yeah, that's not something that you're going to brush off.
No, that's gonna live with him for the rest of his life. He's gonna see that shit in his dreams when he closes his eyes. So, no bill, and just hope his department pays for his psych bills, because he's gonna need to talk to some counselors, man. I mean, yeah, that was terrible.
Okay, Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I think Corey and Beth said it well. It's beyond tragic what happened, but everything that happened was the fault of the mother. It's a no bill.
Big Ron.
Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with everybody else. It's tragic, but it was lawful and unfortunate. I wouldn't want to be the police officer, the father that was sitting in the room, but it is what it is.
And to point out, something was off with her right then, that she wouldn't say nothing. That's a red flag to me, right? Like nothing, you have nothing to say. Of course, I understand you may say, I don't want to talk to police. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right, whatever. But to say nothing and just to nod your head, that's a little off to me.
It's kind of why I thought she might have been involved in it.
I thought so too. At first thing, I thought she assaulted her. I remember that the mother said that her son assaulted her, but I was like, wait a minute, why is she acting like that? And why is she? It was very odd that she was acting like that. But one thing is, I don't see how they didn't see the knife right there. I would have, if I seen the knife and I noticed the knife, I would have took control of the knife.
I think it's inside the drawer.
Hey, you guys, I need to step away for about 2 minutes. Can y'all keep the conversation going?
We got you, Joe.
Yep.
Yeah, the knife was inside of a nightstand.
It was inside the drawer. Oh wow, okay. So yeah, they didn't see it until she decided that she decided she's gonna pull it out.
That's like the caption said, that she sat there not instructed by the officers, so she knew what she was going to do.
That whole situation's weird. It looks like that guy's just staring at a TV covered in a towel. Like, oh man, it's
I think that was a bird cage.
Oh, maybe that is it. So is the guy, the shirt guy at the end of the bed, is he the one that they were called for?
Yeah, that's what they were called for. But also, I want everyone to notice this: the whole family is fucking dysfunctional. The mother seems like she was dysfunctional. The father was there, right? All of that seems like a whole dysfunctional fucking mess. We already know, whether we know there's something wrong with the son. You decided to put your hands on your mother. That is nuts. And yeah.
Did we ask you, Bill or no Bill?
Yeah, but I agree with everyone else. You beat me to it, Vic. I feel awful for that officer. It's so sad. But you almost, I mean, I know this is kind of awful too, but you almost wonder if it's a blessing looking at the parents, the life that child was going to have.
Right. All right. We'll go to the officers, but first I'll go to Lawyer Joe. Lawyer Joe, Bill, no Bill.
The cop who actually fired the shot, I'd indict him. Because from what we see, I mean, if there's more to the video, but there was space between the baby and the mom when she had the knife. Shoot her in the fucking head. You don't have to shoot the infant. So that was just, I gotta shoot. So, fuck that shit, baby too.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lawyer Joe. How were you supposed to shoot someone in the head at a moving target?
How do you hit such a tiny target? You managed to shoot the baby and the mother?
You're assuming the officer aimed at the baby that he
I don't
hit the
care if
shot
he
that he
aimed at her.
intended.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't care. The baby died unnecessarily. You had how many cops there? At least 2 at 2 different angles, and you had to shoot the baby. You're a shitty cop then.
Well, I'll tell you what. Before we make some judgments, pull your.
I forgot I'm not allowed to have my opinion. I forgot. Whatever you
I
guys
think
say, I
you.
agree with.
No, I think you're allowed to have your opinion, but I think your opinion is skewed, right? That's the thing. If you have not
How
shot at
could
a
it be
moving
skewed? How
target,
could it be skewed when I don't want to see a baby be shot?
Yeah.
How is
Well,
that?
nobody on
well,
the panel wants a baby
hold
see
up,
a baby get shot.
hold up. Lawyer Joe, you're assuming that we do want to see a baby get shot. But
No, that's not what I'm assuming. I'm
here's the
assuming
point. Here's the point I want to make. Watch on the video when it picks up. Put a clock to that. How much time do these officers have to make a decision? Let me know when you're ready. I'll start with it's on go right now.
Go ahead.
All right. Live action. You got time to make a decision now. Where the video stops is where the gunfire begins.
And there's two cops. There's the one she's running at, and there's the one to the side. You tell me the
That's
one from the side couldn't get her in the side, the head somewhere that wouldn't shoot the baby?
so that was 5 seconds. It takes the brain to process what's going on at least a second and a half, and then another second and a half or so to decide on what to do, and then your body reacts. So literally, it's a split second.
Okay, well, let me explain something to you then. As a mother, I'm taking that knife to the chest before I'm shooting a baby. They have protective gear. I'm just saying, I'm taking the knife to wherever, but I'm not shooting a fucking baby. I choose the child's life over mine. That's just who I am. You know,
So let me
if
ask
you
you
can live
this.
with yourself shooting a baby, so fucking be it.
All right,
I
I tell you
can't.
what. I don't know that I can be accused of being okay with shooting an infant too many more times. Just being honest, I'm not okay with this child being killed. This is super tragic. I just see it in a practical manner. In my opinion, I think my opinion is practical. That I don't know what we really expected the officers to do in this type of situation. It's very quick and it's very fast. But you're making the assumption that these officers said, "Well, screw her and her baby. I can get 2 kills with 1 shot," and I
No,
don't
that's
think
not what
that's
I'm saying. What
what
I'm
happened.
saying is that that's a level of it. To me, that's a level of incompetence. You have two cops shooting from like 40-degree angles or 90-degree angles almost.
Only one officer fired his weapon.
Okay, but you had two there who could have, and you could have avoided shooting the baby. What I think is cops get scared and just shoot, and it's unfortunate. They're like, you know, it's an unfortunate collateral damage that the baby got shot, but we got to go home that night. I
You
find that to
you
be.
think that's what they did? Say, thank God we got to go
I
home.
don't know. I find shooting a baby in that situation, and I find it morally reprehensible. What
Okay,
did what they do?
let's talk about legal. We're a grand jury, so legally, you're going to indict this officer for unlawful use of deadly force.
Honestly, I'd probably indict them for wrongful death or whatever their statute is there for the baby, not the mom. She was a nut job. But I'd indict if they brought in unlawful death, like if they brought like I said, I don't know what's called there, but if they brought like an unlawful death, which is probably usually a misdemeanor or a low degree felony, to the grand jury and I was on it, I would indict on that.
So you're
If they
talking
didn't
criminal
break,
negligence, a criminal negligent homicide, like Daniel Penny's facing.
no, there's a wrongful death is the wrong term. That's usually civil.
Wrongful death is going to be civil. You can
There,
sue someone for wrongful death.
well, it goes somewhere between negligent and reckless. So here, I'm going with reckless because the cop shot knowing that he could shoot the baby, and he shot in a way that he did shoot the baby. I just I find it morally reprehensible, and I don't understand. I don't understand being
And
okay
once
with
again,
shooting.
I get the moral side of it and the emotional side of it. I really do. But as a grand jury, we're looking at the law, and that's kind of I guess that's the question I'm asking you. So legally, you're gonna indict this person and send him to a trial.
Well, you
This
know what?
officer.
No, depending on what their law is, they probably don't have a crime that fits what I'm thinking legally in my mind. But I definitely 100% am suing the shit out of him and everybody else involved.
Okay, well,
But
that's a different program. Let me get
right.
to John Cox.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I wanted to say that, and I'm not necessarily agreeing with Lawyer Joe, but I would have hesitated. I know you're not supposed to hesitate. I know what Jason and your thoughts are on hesitation. I'm with you, but I'm like, what the fuck do I do? And in the back of my mind, I'm hoping somebody else is going to pop around off, so I don't have to. But at the same time, being fair, I can't say that I wouldn't have done the same thing. I mean, that's what you're trained to do. I mean, hesitation gets you killed. So I'm on both sides of the coin in this incident, right or wrong. But no deal as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you, John Cox from North Carolina. Jason, what do you think about this?
These two gave me the heebie-jeebies when the first time I watched it. Her standing in a closet with a kid, and this guy just sitting there like that. It's kind of a Pet Cemetery, like evil. Like, what the hell's going on here? Again, I'm going to go back to take control of the damn scene. I read that they talked to this woman for 11 minutes and she's not complying. At what point? All right, give me the kid and don't let her out of the closet. Don't let her sit down next to something. Joe, when you did in narcotics or any search warrant, before you tell somebody to sit on a chair, do you check the chair for weapons? And then you tell them to sit down? Again, I think this could have been avoided if their senses were what I'm feeling when I watched her stand in that closet. That's first off, I was wondering if it was a man, and then second off, I was like, with the 11 minutes and she won't comply. Take control of the scene. As far as their response to it, no way in hell did they intend. Their intentions were to kill that baby. It's a no bill for me. It's a horrible scene. I feel so bad for that cop, but that woman and that guy there created the situation, and nobody else did. I don't fault the officers at all, and I feel bad for that poor guy. Has to live with that for the rest of his life. That's horrible.
Well, you got one fan out there. B says she agrees 1,000%. And yes, you're right. If I'm going to set a suspect on a chair, cushion, or whatever, we're going to search that first. I don't. Looking at her in the closet was weird. Her haircut is weird. In fact, if you see a woman that's got a haircut like that, you should put your guard up, in my opinion. But everything about it is weird. It's got a weird vibe to it. But with her initially, I could see an officer looking at her as maybe she's a battered. This guy just accused of beating up his own mom, right? So I mean, what's he doing to his wife? And she's almost got that battered woman syndrome stare about her that I can see the officers being disarmed, maybe that thinking she's a victim. But I don't know. There's really not enough out there. This is all the video that was released that I can find. But it would absolutely be a no bill, and it's super, super tragic situation. But it would absolutely be a no bill for me on this one.
And Joe, it goes back to the priorities of life. The innocent, the man and the woman here are the two that you need to talk to. Get the innocent out of the picture at no cost. Control the scene. Now let's conduct this investigation.
But Jason, one question: what if she refused to give up the child?
Punch her in the fucking head.
Well, hang on. She did. That's what they were trying to get to put the child down, and she wouldn't. And then she comes out and sits down on the bed. So they were trying to separate the child. I think if she had been a suspected party in this, they may have handled it different. But she wasn't the suspected party. The husband was, or the man was.
I'm going to disagree with that a little bit. If you're talking to somebody for 11 minutes as a police officer investigating a domestic and you're being told to let me hold the baby, let's work this out, and it's refusal. All right, I'm going to make that happen. Give me the child. Let's work this out.
So to explore that, right? Now, give you the child. She refuses to give you the child. She's being combative. Are you yanking the child out of her hands and then punching her, getting the child out of her hands? That's all I'm asking, because what is the procedure that we're going to go through? If we're going to take the child away from her, and under what grounds would you have to actually take the child away from her?
The grounds would be to make the scene safe, and that baby is the only innocent person in this room right now. And my job is to protect the innocent. And until I know who assaulted who, number one, she's not walking out of that closet with the baby and sitting down in that bed with a nightstand right next to her. That's not going to happen. That baby is going to go into the arms of somebody that can keep that baby safe until we can sort this out, and then we'll give the baby back to you. But until I know that, I'm going to hold that baby, because her response and her body language, or her lack of response, I don't trust her at that moment at all. Until I can trust her, I want to know what's going on.
I get what you're saying. So I get with the scene safety, and that's the safest one. Then what other measures are coming after that? Are you punching her? Are you grabbing the baby forcefully? Are you taking the baby from her? What if she grabs the baby?
If it gets to that, I'm just a simple wrist lock. I mean, there's no weapons around her in the closet. I'll just use just a non-compliant method to release the baby, and let's talk through this. And if you don't release the baby, that non-compliant wrist lock or pressure point or whatever I decide to do is going to get harder until you release that baby. I'm not going to punch her in the face. There's ways to handle this. Again, when you walk in, I tell rookies all the time, your first priority is to make the scene safe. And these two's body language, these two, the way that they're responding, honestly, I said this before, when it was like, and it feels like Amityville horror scene here. Like, what are you doing in a closet holding this kid like this, and you're not responding to me? I'm kind of freaked out here. Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, like I said, I felt that was odd and weird at that time. Right, I felt that. Yeah, she was in a closet. She said nothing, looked at him with a blank stare, and she looked at disgusted by their presence. And like I said, that gave me a red flag. Also, my thing is
that went on for 11 minutes. That wasn't a simple conversation. They tried to negotiate this for 11 minutes. And at some point, you kind of go, all right, what the hell's going on here? Why can't I hold that baby?
But also, Jason, I think.
Well, hold up. Let me throw this into discussion. And guys, we're about out of time. We can take this into the after party, but let me throw this in there. If she is not a suspect of a crime, what really authority do you have other than she's acting weird? I mean, how are you going to articulate that? Let's say she's not a crazy mother about to try to stab the cops. I don't know that I might have been triggered to do what you're talking about, Jason, because I get that. But a lot of times, mothers have a maternal instinct. They have stuff going on inside where they're not going to typically harm their own child.
If she's a domestic victim, she's happy the cops are there. That's not the response of a domestic victim. She's defiant. She's protective of her child. She's refusing any orders from cops. That's not, in my opinion, in my experience, that's not the sign of somebody who is a beaten spouse. That's somebody who's, I have no idea what's going on here. And they need to figure that out and take the innocence out of the situation, figure it out, and then bring things back together.
So you're saying a more dominant officer presence could have resulted. This would be different.
Yeah, if me personally, after 11 minutes, the baby's coming with me until we sort this out, and that's the way it is.
I have a hard time talking to somebody for 11 minutes that doesn't respond. Like eventually,
I would have lasted about a minute and a half.
Right. All right, folks, that is our show tonight. Good show, great comments. I want to thank my guests for participating as always. Give us about 20, maybe 25 minutes, get some fresh drinks, stretch our legs, and we'll have a after party space on X. We can keep talking about this, or we can talk about anything. We did have the Russian invasion yesterday. We could talk about that as well. But I want to thank everyone.
You want to talk about martial law in South Korea?
We could talk about martial law in South Korea. We could talk about where we
And
want
Canada,
to
and Canada is taking away 324 variants of guns and send them over to Ukraine.
Well, that sounds like some issues Canada needs to sort out, doesn't it? All right, guys, bring it to the after party. Let's talk about it.
Hello.
No.
Hello.
No.
And did you ever get any money from Maya Lansky?
I never got money from any of those fellas.
None of those
None of those fellas. None of these that I've been reading about, and none that I knew. They never gave me anything.
None of the Chinese?
No. I don't even speak to it. I mean, I met that Charlie once or twice. I don't even talk. No.
Night Court with Joe Lanou live on X.
Also known as Duck Corella.
I refuse to answer on the grounds of main attempt to
You got any business?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of attempt to criminal.
You have any profession?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of main
You
attempt
have
to
any
criminal.
occupation?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of main attempt
Are
to
you a
criminal.
known racketeer?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of